Hello, everybody. I'm Francesco Rulli. I'm the Chief Cognitive and Digital Officer of the Florence Cathedral Museum, of which you see the picture behind me. I'm here today with Sarah Prodan, who is a PhD, Assistant Professor at Stanford University, and also a specialist on Michelangelo. So, Sarah, if you can give us a little bit of your background and explain your work, both at the university and in the specific space of Michelangelo's life.
Of course, indeed. So great to see you, Francesco. Yes, my name is Sarah Prodan, and I did a PhD in Italian studies, so Italian literature and Italian history and culture. But I'm a real specialist of the Renaissance period, and in Michelangelo in particular. I work on his poetry, looking at intersections of spirituality and art and literature in the period. So I teach related courses at Stanford University, where I continue my research on Michelangelo and other writers from the 16th century. And I teach a course on Michelangelo, in fact, as a gateway to the early modern world. And so we explore his biography and his works, his writing, and all sorts of questions related to philosophy and science and life in the period.
Thank you, Sarah. So, as we know, we launched the artificial intelligence on Michelangelo. Uh,
Indeed.
we did that on March 6th after months of development of this solution.
Mhm.
So, what are your thoughts about using artificial intelligence to bring back to life personage of history like Michelangelo? And what do you believe are the opportunities, but also are the challenges or the risk combined to this initiative?
That's wonderful. So I will keep my answer specific to Michelangelo AI, which I had a lot of fun using. And I will say that it's wonderful for opening up accessibility, I think, to the figure of Michelangelo and to his works and to the period. Easy to engage with, a wonderfully fun way to access details about his life, his biography, to stimulate interest. And, potentially for scholars to engage, I think, with a database that brings together information from different sources on his life, particularly to specific questions. So I think the opportunity is for spreading information, for accessing information, for getting people thinking about and engaging with this figure, and thinking about Michelangelo. As something present to contemplate and to engage with. I think some of the risks are the risks that you get, whenever you're using technology where the information it draws on has been prepared by humans. How that happens can lead to sometimes, interesting insights, but also skewed, I think, information. So one thing I found that was very strong with the Michelangelo AI that you guys have put together is that it provides pretty consistently very accurate details about Michelangelo's life. And so as someone familiar with the primary sources, I know that, oh, this was drawn from this biography, mediated by this. So it's wonderful at providing information on Michelangelo's life, his biography, some of his key relationships. I would say some of the limits would be that when you go beyond the realm of pure fact into matters of interpretation, or making connections, there I think you can find some limitations on the software at this point, and also maybe some opportunities for incomplete answers to questions, or things that maybe lead you into thinking along a line that may be less productive than in engaging with the primary source materials themselves.
Fantastic, thank you. Indeed, I can mention, frankly, our biggest challenge is always how far we want to go in the depth of the answers. So
Yeah.
could it be like a short little message, just like two people talking to each other on a WhatsApp, for example, or do we want to get deeper into the topic, or we want to
Yeah.
direct someone to a video? And now we're just testing voice. We are actually debating what type of voice, because some
Yes.
people say it should be an older gentleman, some other people say it should be younger, some people say it should have an Italian accent, and which is a challenge because there are no voice available in English with Italian accent. So, we have to play
Of
around
course.
with our opportunities and things. So, Sarah, thank you very much for your contribution. It was this is the first conversation about the intersection of Michelangelo's life with artificial intelligence. Let's get together again in a couple of weeks, and let's get deeper into details about what you found on our platform, and what's your suggestion from your perspective of an expert as Michelangelo, but also as a professor, or where we can improve our technology.
Sounds wonderful. It's a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you.